Hey everybody, this is the Big JB, recording the day after Valentine's Day. I almost said Thanksgiving. My brain apparently really likes November, because I don't know if you've been watching for a while, even in December I was stuck saying November for several days. So anyway, day after Valentine's Day, had a really nice Valentine's Day with my wife. We're on, tight budget. We didn't really have a lot of money. So we have an entertainment book. We went to Dairy Queen, and we had sundaes, a 2-for-1 deal for royal treats. And I got the peanut butter parfait, one of my favorite treats. And I had them add a little peanut butter to it. And the gal did not add a little peanut butter to it. It was like, lots of peanut butter. And I love me some peanut butter. I really do, but it was overwhelming. And peanut butter and vanilla ice cream is really good together. So we sat and had a talk, and then we went and got Super 8 from a red box. And what a great movie. Really cool. I really liked it. I thought the alien in it was really cool. Oh, I just spoiled it. Probably not. I think everybody knows from the trailers. Sorry. I got something stuck in my teeth. Probably one of the whole grains from my whole grain bread. I thought the story was really cool. The acting in it was very good. The younger actors were excellent. And I thought the ending was great, and the effects were really cool. So definitely a good one. I like the fact that J.J. Abrams has done those monster movies. Although I wish Cloverfield wasn't done with that stupid shaky cam. I don't usually get motion sick, but I had to move to the back row and close my eyes during that movie. Not because it was terrifying or scary or gross. I was getting sick to my stomach from the motion of the shaky cam. Just ridiculous. So after that, we went to bed, and that was it. And that was okay. Valentine's Day, sometimes I think there's all this pressure to be romantic and sexy and all this other stuff. And I just said to my wife yesterday, I said, why don't we have a Valentine's Day where there's none of that pressure, where we hang out as a husband and wife, as the best friends that we are, and just have it be a nice, intimate evening without it having to be sexual. And that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. For those of you who are younger viewers, that may be very disturbing concept. So I was at a party last Friday. I didn't share anything about that. And there was a question. It was really cool. It was a friend's 50th birthday party. Speaking of 50th, I'm not even anywhere close to that yet. But we went to Dairy Queen, like I said, and we were talking to the gal behind the counter. And I said, yeah, I used to work at a Dairy Queen. And she was like, oh, really? I said, yeah, I don't know, years ago. And then I did the math, and I was like, yeah, it was about 22 years ago. And my wife, that made me feel really old. And then my wife said to me, that was before she was born. I was like, oh, no, I'm so old. Oh, wow. It makes me feel seriously old to talk about that. Anyway. Went to a friend's 50th birthday party. Met a really cool, met a lot of cool people there. And we were doing this little quiz about him. And I didn't do very well, which is kind of sad. But one of the questions was what his favorite book was. And one of the answers on there was, I think, Intimacy with Jesus or something like that. And one of the guys chose that answer and then said, I picked the thing that was the most sexual. He's kind of a younger guy. And I said to him, lightsaber sound, that's my cell phone text message. I said to him, okay, let me tell you this right now before you get married, because they're getting engaged soon, I think. I said, let me tell you this before you get married. Intimacy does not equal sex. And all the men were like, oh. And all the women were like, hey, man, get on him. Preach it. And I think that's cool. Because you can have intimacy with somebody. Like, you can have an intimate evening without it being an intimate evening, if you know what I mean. So that's a word that has gotten pretty messed up, I think, in our culture. So I enjoy intimacy with my wife that doesn't necessarily have to lead to anything more intense than that. So that is that for today. I hope everybody had a great Valentine's Day, those couples and singles alike. Tonight I'm not going to youth group. It's my wife's turn. Our babysitter is not able to babysit, hasn't been for several weeks, so I'm going to be at home with my two youngest. I think just my two youngest. We'll probably do something fun, some fun game, or playing with their toys. They're both girls, so it'll probably be Polly Pockets for me this evening. And then I think I'm going to play some Star Wars The Old Republic. So that's going to be my evening. I hope everybody has an awesome day. I already said that, I think. But anyway, time to get inside. Time to call this thing to an end. This has been The Big JB. You can follow me on Twitter at @VoiceOfTheBigJB. And hey, if you like this and what I do here, would you please recommend it to people? That would be great. And thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Bye.